This part of BC is different to pretty much anywhere else in the world, and it's this strange combination of wild, diverse, rugged, raw, kind of a bit of everything, both in terms of people and landscapes, but also somehow really inviting and soul-stirring.
There's a lot of sort of powers here, and they almost do feel supernatural. I think that's just the power of nature.
I think what's really beautiful about the Cariboo Chilcotin Coast is that we have it all. We have deserts, interior rainforests, we have mountains, we have rivers, we have lakes.
Well, I think it's the freedom is what attracted me, just the vast openness, the wilderness, the freedom that you have to move around. There's so many different ecosystems in the Cariboo Chilcotin that it's really, really quite something.
I feel that's what we're trying to share with people, is that sense of place. It's not only like a sense of place, there's the spirit of place and the love of place and the understanding of place.
The communities and people and economy we see are very much shaped by the nature. The lifestyles in harmony with the land and the people that have been here for generations remain here in balance with it.
When you have an opportunity to assist in looking after the land, then it becomes part of you.
I feel at home on the land. I always seem to come back to the caribou and the lifestyle, the slower pace. This region is a place where you can still live in balance with the land. And this particular property excited us because we can help it heal and regenerate it and grow into its potential. Agriculture for me is like tourism. It's a way to share with the world, educate people, build connections where there isn't other commonality, and do a little bit of good. I've had many people say, oh, you should move to this city and grow your career. I'm like, are you nuts? Like, this is how I can do that. Yeah, it fuels me up and gives me that balance.
When you get to the Heritage Village, you feel like you're at home. The spirits welcome you there, and the ground has that hum from the Fraser River. Like, that connection to place is provided just by the place. We're able to share story, history, traditional values, the plants, the medicine, the things that make up the landscape and the surrounding areas. We talk about changing the narrative. For me, it's all about sharing the truths, right? From what we've learned and what we've found out, over the years, and being able to create space where the whole history is shared. We have an opportunity for truth-telling and getting to that place where sustainability means something to everybody, not just us. And it's creating those connections. When you ask about my mission, it's education through tourism and truth-telling towards reconciliation.
The people who live here passionately love here. They passionately love their lifestyles. They're still connected to friends and neighbors and have a culture of independence, whether they're working in ranching and agriculture or tourism or fisheries. You see that strength of character in people.
Something about Siwash Lake that for me it's soul touching. Like, something about it just like gets you, and you can't let it go. You won't.
This is our home, and we have built it from the ground up with great reverence for the land around, and we've taken great care in keeping it authentic. Everything is true to the regional culture and the history. And we're not a big corporation, we are a family, and this is our home, and that's a big part of what's different.
This is my home. This is me. We've got such deep roots here. For me, it's always been a part of our ethos. Before being an eco lodge was like a cool thing or a selling point. She always wanted this place to be symbiotic with the land around it.
We get these events, rainbows, storms, fires.
This region has been in the news for wildfires and floods with some major events.
You know, about 10 days out, roughly when we knew, hey, we're gonna get hit, just went through the fight of our lives. The fires started moving, and really thick, overcast yellow light, some candling trees, and then you're in it. Just tough stuff.
One of the things we need to do a better job of in looking at climate change and our regeneration and sustainability is understanding some of the traditional knowledge about fire and what that brings back.
I've been doing research with First Nations communities looking at fire history, historic stand structures, wildfire risk around communities, and bringing back some of those cultural practices that led to more resilient forest structures in the past.
Now you can see everything. There's something so special about, especially the aspen groves coming back so vigorously, so aggressively after the fire. You can tell parts of the land are really thankful and happy that that fire has happened. And that's really special.
Nature led us the way, because out of the ash, we started to see these beautiful little rose bushes come up, and the fireweed and the aspens, and it was quite quick, sooner than you would imagine, this healing process. It showed us, okay, there's light at the end of this tunnel, and we thought, well, maybe we can do it. Let's pivot, let's be resilient.
There's a reason for them that Mother Nature's bringing us back into balance. And if we can learn from those things and work from those things, what comes out of the fire is amazing abundance and a new lease on balance.
It's added a ton to the story. There's something just really special about watching it come back as we come back. We're kind of coming back with the land.
See so much beauty in the wilderness, the halibut and the grizzly bears, wildlife. Started coming back here quite a bit. And then slowly it evolved into more ecotourism kind of thing, like what we're doing now. So I wrote letters to the Ministry of Environment saying that, you know, we've got perfect habitat out there with salmon spawning creeks and sockeye creeks, which is, you know, some of the favorite food for grizzly bears, but we have no grizzly bears. I ended up writing letters to the ministry, and they ended up transplanting 9 grizzly bears. They basically served as seed for future grizzly bears that are still there today. I've tried to do as much as I can. Proud of that, and proud of the kids, how they're coming up behind me to follow in the footsteps. So much to be proud of, really. So really quite lucky.
Stewardship is a common thread through the people here. They're proud of where they live. They're proud of what they do. And stewardship is a way to keep doing that and have pride and share.
I think it's pretty simple. No other industry establishes a boots on the ground connection between people and the natural world without really aggressively taking something out.
Tourism can play a huge role. Tourism is the largest economy in the world. And we go places because of the images that we see. It's important that we bring people here, but it's important that they learn why that's so important. It is valuable and it's worth respecting and preserving.
One of the things that I really love about this region is we're all neighbors and we're all family, whether that's Indigenous or non-Indigenous.
If you do understand the Coast Mountains and you understand the Alplands and you understand the volcanoes and you understand the plateau and you understand the grasslands, you are in love. You're in love.